Hello everybody, it's Maikito. First of all, there was no video yesterday just because there was only one game today, and that was the Lille and Slavia Prague game. And I didn't think there was enough picks, but once the lineups came out, there were actually a lot of plays that I liked, and I sent them in the Discord. So if you haven't joined, it's going to be linked in the description of the video. It's free. It's not like a premium or anything. You can just join. It's free. People talk about lines, people talk about their own plays, people discuss in game. So it's a nice little community that I'm trying to build. So if you're interested, the link will be in the description. But there are two Leagues Cup games tomorrow, so I'll just get straight into the picks. My first play is Diego Rossi to go higher and 2 shots assisted, playing at home for Columbus, going up against Philly. He's had 2+ his last 4 out of 5 games, and Philly are weak at defending the wings, the counterattacks, and they're really weak at allowing long shots. I like that, and you'll see why. First of all, he takes set pieces, so he'll be crossing it into his teammates when he gets opportunities, which his teammates just need to shoot from that. He also sends a lot of through balls, and he's a good dribbler, so he can get through the defenders and find his teammates. He can pass it to the wingers, which is where Philly is weakened for one, so they can take shots from there. And he can easily take like a short pass to Kucha, who likes to take long shots. Like I mentioned, Philly are really weak at defending long shots. And I expect this to be a close game, as in I don't expect like a Columbus blowout or anything. So I expect them to play full minutes. Philly have played, out of the last 7 games that they've played, 6 of them have been at home, so they've been playing a lot of home games, which they're comfortable in. But now they got to play away to Columbus, and the one game that they played out of those 7 was against Cincinnati, and they allowed 20 shots. And now they're going to up against a better attacking Columbus, so I think Rossi's going to have plenty of opportunities to find his teammates and shoot. We need him to do it at least twice. He's been in form lately, so like Diego Rossi to go higher than 2 shots assisted. My next play is Andre Blake to go higher than 3.5 saves on the other side for Philly, going up against Columbus. He's done well so far in this cup, saving 81% of the shots he's taken, which again has to do with him playing at home, a lot of them, but not just playing away, where he's going to face even more shots, which is better. He's averaged 3.4 in the games so far this cup, and he in the game where he played away from home, the one away game against Cincinnati, he had 6 saves, went way over, and again now he's playing against a better attack. They played away Columbus and Philly. Philly played Columbus away in September, and he went over with 8, saving 89% of shots. He had 9 shots on target. He saved 8 of them. Like I said, Philly allowed long shots, and Columbus takes them, so he can also get some easy saves from those long shots that Columbus is going to take. He's gone over in the last 3 out of 5 games, and the ones where he went under was against Montreal, who have a weak offense, and Charlotte, who again have another weak offense. So I like the matchup here. I like Andre Blake to go higher in 3.5 saves. My next play is Mateusz Bogusz to go higher in 2.5 shots, playing at home for LAFC, going up against Colorado. He's gone over in his last 4 out of 5 games. The one where he went under, he had 2 against Austin, and that was the game where LAFC only took 9 shots, so that was just a weird game for them in general. But I don't expect the same thing to happen against Colorado. He played them recently, just in the end of June, not that long ago, at home, and went over with 4, with 3 of them going in. He had a hat-trick performance against him. He had a great game, so we can hopefully expect to see the same thing again in this next game. They also played in March before that. He went over with 3, and that was away from home, so he went over against them in his last 2 matchups this year. And Colorado go from being a decent defense, allowing 10 shots at home, going all the way to almost 16, allowing 15.8 shots away from home. So they're a weaker defensive team, which is good for us. And out of the shots he's taken so far in the league, he's taken 37 from inside the box and 29 from outside the box. So he's willing to shoot from outside, he's willing to shoot from inside. As long as he gets the opportunity, he's going to take them, which is what we want to see. And in the cup so far, he's taken 18 shots from 5 games, including 1 off the bench. So that averages out to 4.15 shots per 90. We just need him to take 3. So he's been playing either as a right winger or a striker. Last season and the seasons before that, he's been playing mainly as a center mid, but now he's been playing as a winger or a striker, so he's had more opportunities to attack, and he's been thriving. He's been playing great, so I expect him to be up top again. He's been doing good. He's already done good against Colorado in the past, so I think it's just a good prop to take. I like Mateusz Bogusz to go higher than 2.5 shots. My last player prop On the other side for Colorado, I like Cole Bassett to go higher than 2 tackles. He's had 2+ in his last 3 out of 5 games, and he goes from only averaging 1.8 tackles at home, which already close to 2, going all the way up to 2.8 away from home. And that's because, like I mentioned before, Colorado is much weaker defensively away from home. When he played them in June, he went over with 6, and when he played them in March, he went over with 4. So he's gone over in both games against them, way over in both matchups against them this season. And he plays as a center defensive midfielder. So a couple of games ago, for a while, he was playing as the cam, which then his tackles went down a little bit. But that was because Mihailovic was playing in the Olympics for Team USA. And since his return and these last 3 games that he started, Bassett has gone over in his last 2 out of 3. And in the last 5 with him, he's gone over in his last 4 out of 5. So he just plays more defensive with him in the squad because Mihailovic takes over some of that offensive and playmaking role that Bassett would play if he wasn't there. So he's already gone over against LAFC in his last 2 matchups. He's playing more defensively, and I expect a lot of Colorado defense if they want to try to maintain this LAFC attack. So I like this prop. I think he gets 2, but he gets that 3rd. He's done it. I like Cole Bassett to go higher than 2 tackles. I want to give a quick shout out to my partner Underdog Fantasy. You can use code Maikito in the description. They'll match your first deposit up to $100. I also have my PrizePick and my Fliff linked in the description as well. PrizePicks is the fantasy app, and Fliff being an app that I use as a sportsbook, a mobile app where you can play money lines, which is when I post my money line and plays and stuff like that. Those lines are from that Fliff app. And then I also have my Cashapp if you ever want to feel generous and want to send money. A good way to support the channel. Same way, I have the YouTube membership for those that are interested. It's for those that want to get the plays out early before anyone else. Another great way to support the channel. It's again never required or anything, and I really appreciate anybody who supports me in any way. When it comes to money lines, on the Columbus game, I didn't really like anything that I liked too much. I'm leaning towards either their money line or their over 1.5 goals. Columbus and Philly, when they play at Columbus, it seems to be low scoring. Columbus hasn't lost against them at home since like 2016, but a lot of them are draws, which is why I'm just kind of hesitant. Philly's been playing pretty good lately. But it has to do with them playing at home, but I just feel like I don't want to risk anything too much there. But one that I did like, and I feel like you're getting pretty good value on, is the LAFC first half 3-way money line against Colorado. In the 5 games that they've played so far in this cup, this prop has gone over in 4 out of 5 games. And in the league, this goes over and has gone over in 8 out of 13 games at home. They have scored 16 and 13 and only conceded 5. So they will score just whether they don't concede. Colorado have gone under this mark in 6 out of 13 away games. In league, they've only scored 9, have conceded 14, so they will concede. I think they will concede. It's just whether they score. This just has to do with whether Colorado scores or not. And when they played in June at LAFC, this prop went over. And Colorado have played 2 away games in this cup, and Portland hit this mark against them when they played at home. And then when they played America in the last game, they didn't score, but they didn't concede. So they weren't able to score in either one of the games, which is what I'm expecting and what I'm hoping will happen. They're not a good away team at all. And LAFC against Colorado at home in all their games in history have gone over this mark in 5 out of 6. So historically, this is a good prop to take against Colorado for LAFC. In my opinion, they have a better depth. They have a better attack. I talked about Bogus being in form. They have Wanga, who's another big threat. And LAFC, when they defend, they play in a 5-back, and they've had a solid defense this season and in this cup. So I think you're getting good value here. You have a lot of good data to back it up. I like the LAFC first half 3-way money line against Colorado. Quickly going over last video's picks, I just decided to do it after the play just so I don't take up the beginning of the video with all that, because I know a lot of people just want to know about the next props. So I'll just start doing them towards the end of the video. And I had 2 DMPs, Kulusevski and Douglas Luiz. Both didn't start the game, which was unfortunate. Our only 2 player prop misses with Madison and Weah. Madison took 1 shot and he wasn't on target, so that was just unfortunate. And Weah over 1.5 shots would have easily hit. He had 1 in the first half. He scored from that, and then like a minute into the second half, he was injured and had to get subbed off. Would have easily hit this prop if he would have played the game. And then Atletico where they tied the game 2-2, which was sad as well. But our hits was Sila higher than 2 shots. That one hit pretty easily. Paslic was an added play higher than 1.5 shots hit as well. That one was a bit of a sweat, but it hit. Di Gregorio was another added play under 2.5 saves. Even if he took the bump at 2, he still would have hit. I don't even think he got 1 save that whole game. And then Juventus higher than 1.5 goals, hit at halftime. So 4 and 3 day in general. So it was an average day. It was an okay day. Wasn't a bad day at all. And then hopefully with these props that I have tomorrow, we'll have a better day. If you like the video, please like, comment, share, subscribe, turn on notifications, do all of that. I would really appreciate it. But other than that, I hope everybody has a good night, a good day, and we can cash out tomorrow.